is Griffin's father on the left. You know that I used to play poker with him when I was 15 years old.
Wow.
In the San Fernando Valley. That's true. He still owes me money. No, I'm just kidding around. Just kidding around.
All right. Well, they come out in full support of Griffin every time he makes a final table, which he's done tonight. Here he's going to raise it with the ace-9. Makes it $200,000 to go.
And Brian behind him with a queen-jack. Likes his hand, makes the call.
Well, Adam Geyer has the suited cards you like to see flops with, but he opts to fold. Stefan out. And Joko out.
2.5-ish.
Griffin has him covered in chips slightly.
Ace-9 versus queen-jack. Two tough young players going at it. The flop is a 10-10-7, but two hearts.
Yeah, no help to either player. Griffin is going to check.
Yeah, no continuation bet.
Brian checks right behind him. And now the queen comes off. It's the queen of hearts. This gives Griffin Paul the nut flush draw. Action's on him.
Yeah, but Brian there hitting top pair there with queens.
Well, Griffin's going to bet the ace-high flush draw. 330,000. Now what do you do with two queens?
Brian just doubled up with the aces, a few hands
He's going to
back.
call with the two queens.
Wants to keep his money, like to win this hand. Let's take a look at the river. No, it's a 9 of hearts.
This gives Griffin the nut flush, the ace-high flush. Dream card for Griffin. What do you do with it?
And Brian with no flush, of course, just queens and tens. Griffin from LA like to extract the most he can. Let's see the size of the bet.
Wow, it's a big bet, Vince. 875,000 into a pot that's got 1.2 million in it. The question is it too big a bet to get called with? Brian knows literally all he can beat is a bluff here with his two queens, with four hearts on the board. But he makes a good laydown. So Griffin Paul picks up the pot.
Play online poker for over $100,000 in cash and prizes every month at clubwpt.com. Sign up today for free using bonus code YT44 and get a free entry into a $5,000 guaranteed tournament.
Way to this tournament by winning a satellite on Party Poker. He's from Germany, lives in Brighton, England. Folds.
140.
Brian Altman, the chip leader, raises with ace-queen to 140.
Carter out.
Jared Mahoney not playing. Gambino folding.
Around to Daryl Fish. He's going to make the call with the two sixes. So these are the two chip leaders going at it.
Sixes didn't work out with him earlier, and here's the flop of 9, 5-3.
Daryl's going to check. Brian checks. Now that would tell me he's got two overcards there. No pairs. Now the 10 of diamonds comes off. Well, I think Daryl thinks he's got ace, queen, or ace, jack. He's going to make a bet here of 160,000, but because Brian has the flush draw, he makes the call.
Let's see if Brian gets lucky on the fish, man. River card is a diamond. Wow.
So four diamonds out there now, possible straight. Daryl's two sixes just went in the tank. He's going to check here.
425.
425,000 the bet.
Brian Altman, a former wrestler in high school, now coaches wrestling.
Daryl gives it up. So two sixes not working out for Daryl at this final table so far. There you see Brian's parents in the house.
What do you think about that play? I think that's a great hand for a great player. Didn't realize how loose you'd be playing.
Money to Bill is just about, he wants to win. He wants to get that first place.
All right, guys, back to you.
Well, proud Papa there drove 13 hours from Iowa to watch his son play. So far, so good.
Oh, man, what a drive. What a moment right now. William Reynolds, who has a ace-8. He is raised. Seidel out. Mike Scarborough is going to call with a queen 9 of diamonds.
I'm defending my button. You're defending your big blind.
This is on a wide range of hands.
So we have ace-8 for the milkman up against the Cincinnati kid with queen 9.
Come ace, jack 5 with 2 diamonds. Scarborough checks the flush draw.
And William Reynolds picking up aces.
Well, you said it yourself. You can have a really wide range here, huh?
Ace-jack's not looking good for both of us, is it? I like that 5, though.
2 chatty guys. And the milkman's going to bet it.
He's going to bet 25,000. Scarborough does not raise with the flush draw. He just calls.
PO 5 on the turn.
You do like that 5, huh?
It's pretty exciting.
For the turn we go, king of spades. No help to either player.
Check.
That can't be you.
And again, Scarborough checks.
And the young 22-year-old from Sioux City, Iowa. Well, you can't give a free card off, and he's going to bet it like he should, 70,000.
This nigga just gonna keep pushing me when I go away.
The question is, will Scarborough make the semi-bluff here with the straight draw and the flush draw? No.
Check.
Just makes the call. And he checks in the dark, Vince.
7 in your hand again?
Surprising when you're going for a flush draw, and now he hits the flush.
Incredible. Vince, normally when a guy checks in the dark on the river and you've been betting, he has something like second pair, maybe third pair. Usually when you're on a draw, you're not checking. If you hit the hand, you're going to be betting.
So that was a sneaky play. Let's see if it'll work for him. Look at this. It's going to go beautifully for him because the milkman is going to bet this 200 grand.
There's just no way, dude. You got it. There's just no way.
That is just terrible. Bad reverse table talk.
We're at the Hollywood Casino here in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, but right now he is playing Hollywood. Trying to act like no way you got anything. No way, and just him hawing around there. When we know he is going to raise it.
Come on.
So there he goes.
Let us get 547,000 left. That means this raises 347,000.
That is the type of dialogue you hear in high school games.
You're funny. Gave me this speech and then check jam.
Now, I'm so surprised that Reynolds hasn't run away already.
Well, I agree with you. This is a pretty easy laydown, I think, in this spot.
You banging it all in on a bluff?
If the guy's got enough heart to bluff his case money off in front of his friends and family, they're all here to watch him play in his local casino. Good luck to him. He deserves to win the pot. I'm never going to put him on a bluff in this spot. I'm going to throw away the ace-8, easiest pot.
This would be a ridiculous bluff.
Can't call, bro. Just fold it.
Be a big call if I made it.
We all know you're bluffing.
There you see William's dad praying to the gods here that his son does the right thing here.
Who dark checks with the flush draw? Does Mike do it? Does Mike dark check with the flush draw?
Mike does it, man. I'd fold if I was you.
Did Spike spike it?
Former grocery store clerk will be saying paper or plastic in the future if he makes his call.
It's like bang's getting banged.
This is heavy banging. He banged it all in.
Oh, sweet nothings.
You're playing to win, right?
William Reynolds is trying to talk himself into calling here for some kind of reason.
I call.
Uh-oh.
Well, he does make the call. You think long, you think wrong. That's what William Reynolds did there.
Oh, boy.
With that hand, we have a new chip leader for the first time. It's the local guy, Mike Scarborough out of Cincinnati, who takes the lead in the three-handed battle.
Toby's going to call here in the small blind with Jack 10. And I expect Derek will come along from the big blind.
So we got three-way action. Ace-8, Jack 10, Ace-3. Here is the first three. It is a King 9-4. No one hitting.
Yeah, just a gut shot for Toby. And the ace-high backdoor flush draw for Dennis, but really not much for anybody.
Dennis Blyden, he just doesn't stop. He is going to bet 175. He's getting called there by Toby.
Toby wants to continue here with his gut shot. and also knows that Dennis can be betting an awful lot of stuff on this flop texture.
6 on the turn, helps neither player. They go check, check. Go down to the river. It's a 5. Toby's going to take a stab with Jack high. There he goes. Comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah, it's a very good bluff by Toby. He can have the hearts here. He can have a king. He doesn't have that many missed draws, really just like Jack 10 and Queen Jack, so Dennis certainly won't call. I'm not really sure what he's thinking about. Time bank chip.
He's going to take time, try to figure this out.
I'm all in.
Now, wow!
Yep.
Ho ho!
Dennis, my man.
Toby's got to lay it down. Oh, and Dennis is going to show it.
Just an instant show.
Bluff.
Toby doesn't look thrilled with his table mate.
Why are you not going to announce that action?
Inside is jumping up and down, of course.
Back to Mark.
Wow. Okay, now he's got the big hand. Ace King. Makes it 90,000, and Dennis Ace 4 behind him.
And he's reaching for raising chips, which I'm not a fan of. This is problematic, Vince, because he's gone so small, his opponent is getting the correct price to call with anything in position, and you have a hand that doesn't really play very well post-flop.
A lot of players would come back over the top with the Ace King, but no, Mark content just to call it, hoping to get lucky on the flop. Queen 8-3 on the flop.
Not a great flop for either player.
Dennis gonna put out a bet, 235.
Mark has too much hand here. Plus his hand is underrepresented by just calling the 3-bet pre-flop on the button, so he's gonna continue.
Turn card is another queen. Dennis still with nothing, just a little ace high with a bad kicker.
This might work, but this bet seems crazy to me. Your opponent can have all of the queens, he's not folding an 8, he's not folding any pairs to you. If he's got like 9-10 or Jack 10, he still might call you and try and bluff the river. I'm really just not a fan of this one, Vince.
Well, he's bet 560. Action clock ticking down, putting the pressure on the Irishman, and he's going to get the chips out and make this call.
And it just goes to show if you're bluffing with ace high and your opponent won't fold ace high, you've picked the wrong spot to bluff.
River card, Dennis sickened about this, hoping to get something. No, 10 on the river. So neither player with a pair. Does Dennis give up the betting?
That's not a good card for Dennis. A lot of the hands that we'll call twice with might have like 9-10, Jack 10, maybe with the backdoor flush draw. Of course, 10 of hearts makes that impossible.
Dennis is checked, and wow, it's a 650 bet into Dennis.
Mark seems concerned that, well, maybe my opponent has some kind of weird pair that he got to the river with. I don't want to let him show that down. I'm not sure this is exactly the hand I turn into a bluff, but I don't hate what he's doing here. What if Dennis check raises? That would be so nasty.
I'm all in.
Oh, wow.
Oh, quick fold by Mark.
Oh, Mark getting so punished for betting that river. And Dennis tables it. Crowd goes wild, and how could they not?
Ace high.